Wow, what a difference a week can make here in Ohio. Last weekend it was cold, high 30s, windy, and we even seen some snow fly for a couple hours. This weekend, Mother Nature's blessing us with 70 degrees and sunny for the next 3 or 4 days. So we're not going to miss an opportunity. We're going to get the fifth wheel loaded up, and we're going to take off a day early. Today's Thursday, and we're going a day early. So sit tight while we get loaded up. We'll be right back and let you know what we're up to. How you doing in here?
I'm about done, but just gotta put away these last little bit of groceries.
Okay, last thing we have to do then after you're done is roll in the slides.
Yep.
Everything's hooked up. I'm gonna do one more pre-trip inspection and we'll be ready to go.
Alrighty, I'll be ready.
All right guys, this weekend we're gonna head for Buck Creek State Park Campground, excuse me, in Springfield, Ohio. And tomorrow we are going to bike the Buck Creek Bicycle Trail. And we're going to take our granddaughter Olivia along with us this weekend so she can be my biking buddy. And we're only going to be one night at Buck Creek State Park. It's just going to be a quick trip there just so we can bike the trail. And then Friday afternoon we're going to head over to a private campground for the last 2 days of the weekend in South Charleston, Ohio. So come on along with us and we'll see you down at Buck Creek. Okay, we're about to hit the Buck Creek Bike Trail, and that's what we came to Buck Creek State Park for. So it's about a 6-mile trail one way, but it's going to take us about 2 or 3 miles to get to the trailhead from back here in the campground. So come on along. So this is the picnic area and it overlooks the lake, as you can see. So if you're coming down for just a day and you want to have a picnic, I can't think of a better place to do it with the view of this lake. It is absolutely beautiful here. There's restrooms right here, and just before we get back to the parking lot of the picnic area here, there's another parking lot, and that's for the disc golf course. So if you're coming down to look for the disc golf, it's just before the picnic area. Okay guys, we are right at the entrance of the campground. This is the road that leads back to the campground, and this is the boat launch area. So you can see there's plenty of parking down there. This is a little over a 2,100 acre lake, so it's got to be pretty busy in the summertime. Okay guys, so we finally made it to the trailhead. If you're looking for the trailhead, just go to the public beach area, and on the south end of the parking lot you're going to find the trailhead. So we're going to get going down the trail. All right, so that was Buck Creek Trail. What'd you think, Olivia?
It was good.
Nice?
Yeah.
So how far did we go?
23 and a half miles.
So 23 and a half round trip from the campground. We took Buck Creek Trail to where it's split. If we went to the right, it would take us up to Urbana, Ohio. If we went to the left, it would have taken us into Springfield, Ohio. But that's where we chose to end our trip today. We couldn't ask for any better weather. It's 70 degrees on the 6th of November, so we can't complain at all. So I hope you enjoyed that. Some of the scenery along that trail in Buck Creek is just absolutely beautiful, as you can see. Okay, welcome to Buck Creek State Park. We rolled in last night about 5 o'clock, so we didn't have much sunlight left to do any filming last night. So we're only here for one night. We came to Buck Creek State Park primarily to ride the Buck Creek Trail this morning, and we've done that. So now it's just we're going to take you for a little walk around the park, show you the park, and we're going to be packing up here in a little while. and head over to, what's the name of the place we're going to?
Tomorrow's Star.
Tomorrow's Star. It's a private campground, probably about 15-20 minutes from here.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to spend the next 2 nights over there. We'll have full hookup over there, so we'll show you that campground as well. So we're going to take a little walk. We'll show you the campsite here and take a little walk around the park and show you a few things that this park has to offer. Okay, we are in site number 5 here at Buck Creek State Park. As you can see, we have a 35-foot fifth wheel. In site 5, we take up every bit of that site. So if you have a larger rig and you're making reservations, site 5 might not be the best selection for you. But overall, you can see it's a huge site before you get to the next campsite next door. So if you don't have a real large rig, this probably work out real well for you. So we're going to take a walk through the park and show you some of the amenities here.
So this is the camp office where you check in when you get here. And they give you a little map to your site.
I don't think it's open right now with COVID, is it?
I'm not sure. We didn't check in. We knew what
Yeah.
site we were on and we just kind of...
Yeah, we checked in, or we got here a little bit late last night, or in the evening, so we didn't even check, and we made reservations online. So I believe there's a little store in there too. Some restrooms and the amphitheater. Most of the state parks in Ohio have these amphitheaters.
The playground over there for the kids.
Yep, and a little playground. So, horseshoe pits, volleyball. Our campsite is just right across the street from the store here. And as we turned around to go give you a better look at the park, we realized we left the dog behind. He's not happy. So, we're gonna stop here real quick and get him, or we're not gonna be able to live that down for the rest. Okay, we're gonna walk down to the campground beach here. We've stayed here a couple of times before. Never really gone down and used the beach, but we did look at it once before. It's not a really big beach, but the public beach at the front entrance of the campground is a good sized beach, and we'll try to get some footage of that before we leave the area. Checkout time is 1 o'clock here, and we're creeping up on that pretty soon, so we're probably gonna have to get out of here before the person who has reservations for the weekend wants to get on their site. So we'll take a walk down here and show you the beach, and then we'll walk around this first loop and show you a little bit of the campground. What do you think of the beach?
All rocks.
All rocks.
All rocks.
Certainly not the white crystal sugary sand that we're used to in the Gulf in Florida, is it?
No, not even close.
So if you come to this beach, you're gonna need a chair, that's for sure.
So that pretty much wraps up our stay here at Buck Creek State Park. Overall, I feel it's a nice little park.
Yeah, it's a nice little park. It's not the biggest state park that we've stayed in Ohio, but it certainly is nice. It's all just electric sites. There's no full hookup here at Buck Creek State Park, and it's all 30 amp. There is no 50 amp service here. And there is water spigots throughout the park. So when you pull into camp, after you check in, chances are on your way to your site, you're going to find a water spigot to stop and fill up your fresh water tank. The thing I like about this park is they've situated the dump station away from the actual campground. And the reason I like that is because people are not going to be tempted to flush out their black water hose or their drain hose.
The stinky slinky.
Yes. So many times we have seen people walk over to the potable water and rinse that off because somebody else is using the spigot at the dump station.
That's just gross.
Don't be that person. That is disgusting. So that's one thing that they really did right with this park is they put the water in the campground and the dump station a little bit away from the campground. So you shouldn't have to deal with people doing that.
The beach, small beach, rocky, but there's a nice big beach up front.
Yeah, the one up front at the entrance is really nice. So if the small campground beach is a little bit too rocky for you and not so comfortable for you, it's just a short drive up to the front of the park, and plenty of parking up there by the beach.
Oh yeah, nice big area.
And if you're going to access the Buck Creek Trail, that's where the trailhead is, up at that parking lot on the south end of that parking lot. So if you like to cycle, this is an awesome place to come and stay for the weekend with your RV if you're going to do a lot of cycling. At the end of the Buck Creek Trail is the Simon Kenton Trail. It intersects into the Buck Creek Trail, and from there you can go up to Urbana, Ohio, or you can go down to Springfield, Ohio. If you choose to go down Springfield, at the end of that trail, that also links up to the Miami Scenic Trail. So you have endless miles of bike trails at your disposal from the Buck Creek State Park.
It looked beautiful.
It's a very beautiful. That first section of Buck Creek is very beautiful. It follows Buck Creek. There's several little waterfalls, and there's a lot of scenic things to see. So if you're into the biking and you're traveling to bike, this is definitely a destination that you won't be disappointed in, that's for sure.
Well, thanks for watching.
Yep, and so don't forget, if you like this video and you like to follow along as we travel with our bikes, as we discover new bike trails, please subscribe, hit the like button, and don't forget to hit the bell so you can get notified when we put out a new video. There should be one coming in about 6 weeks when we leave for Florida. So we'll take you down there and show you some of the trails there as well.
Till next time.
See ya.